So here's the CPU. We're going to try and open this guy up. I think that I need a knife, which I don't think I have. I will be back. Alrighty. Got ourselves a knife. Old-fashioned knife, too. There's the factory seal right there. Okay. Covered up. Don't want any more dust getting in there than I have to have. Okay. Pull you out again. There we go. Wow. Look at all of these little tiny connectors. That is something else. Okay. We're going to put you here. We're going to put you here. Man, this guy has been sitting here for like a week just waiting for the most important part of the build. I'm excited to get this thing going here. Just going to tip it right over. Oh, there we go. Okay. Now, I don't know if you guys can't really see a whole lot, but we're just going to give this a shot. I'm going to take off one of these shirts because I know it is pretty staticky and I'm supposed to have an anti-static strap, but here we are and I don't have one, so I'm just going to do the best I can with what I've got now. All right. Here goes nothing. processor first, then remove and keep it covered. Oh yeah. Trying to remember. Trying to remember exactly which direction this golden triangle goes into. I'm gonna say better safe than sorry. I'm gonna Google it really quickly. Actually, got a processor right here. It's kind of weird. They put tape on the manual, like they're afraid of people finding the manual. It's kind of funny. There we go. Knowledge. Couldn't help myself. Okay, we got a little picture here. Pull it up. Okay. Yeah. The triangle is in the lower left-hand corner. Looks like the triangle's in the lower left-hand corner here. Yep, and we just push it right back over and it comes right off. Okay, that was my guess, but I wanted to be absolutely certain because I don't want to make a $220 mistake here. This guy cost a lot of money. I'm not used to spending more than $200 on an entire system. Okay, just kind of touching the case one more time. I just want to make sure I'm totally grounded out. Here we go. Okay. Luckily the pins aren't on the CPU. That would have been bad. Here we are. Just place it right in there. Just kind of wiggle it around a little. Close it right back into place. And the case should just pop. There it goes. There it is. That's exactly what's supposed to happen. Perfect. Okay. So now we need the heat sink. Got our Arctic Silver 5 thermal compound. Kind of look in here. Two, three. Oh, I see. Fairly certain it actually goes in like this. Yeah. Okay. Kind of thinking that this is symmetrical, so I think that I could really put this in any direction that I want. And honestly, it might be best to do it like this, so I can have just a little bit more room. Let me try it this way. What would this look like? Yeah, there's just not quite enough available wire for me to get to the CPU fan input if I do it like top down, which is how I would probably want to do it, so it's pretty and the text lines up, but we're going to do it this way, just in case. Oh, this stuff already has paste on it. Looky there. Okay, we're just going to go with that. If it gives me any kind of issue, we can always paste it up some more. Okay. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. There it goes. Okay, and then I twist it to lock it in place. 1, 2. These guys always make me a little nervous. 3. Well, not quite. Come on, buddy. There you go. 3. There we go. Just to double check. Yeah. Saying to do it with a screwdriver. I think that's probably best. Where's my... I don't know if I have a flathead anywhere here. Got some chat messages. This is kind of cool. Why hero? Why hero? I don't know. Hey guys. Okay, I'll be back. I'm gonna go get a straight screwdriver, and we'll see if we can get this finished up here. Actually, here we go. Perfect. Some right here. Okay. Try to ground myself out. Alright, let's try this again. So, which direction? Let me make sure. Now that I got a screwdriver and I've got a decent amount of force here, let's make sure we're doing this right. Yeah. So, counterclockwise locks it in. So we gotta like push and then go counterclockwise. And wow, I actually got too big of a flathead, I think. I need a slightly thinner one. Okay, let's see here. Okay. Let's try this one out. There we go. This makes me so nervous because there's a decent amount of pressure going straight down onto the motherboard. This gives me nightmares if I was to gouge this straight through the motherboard. It'd be terrible. Oh, nope. Didn't quite catch. Let's see here. Did it go through? Yep, just push them all through. 90 degrees sideways. Okay. Secure. This guy still doesn't feel secure. Come on, you. Is that better? Okay. Well, I'm telling you, these guys are tricky. I don't understand why they make it quite as difficult as it is. See, it feels like it locks into place. We just twist. Right? Okay. So I'm just going to double check here. Let's see. What is this? I5. Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay, so some of these are saying that the arrow is the direction that you screw it to unlock it. Right, because that's removal instructions. So you just push it down. You don't even have to screw it. Okay, I think that makes sense. So we're going to put these guys all back. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you just push it down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Oh, good. Well, that was a cajillion times simpler than I thought it was. Cool. That feels a lot more secure now. Now, with all that moving around, if the thermal paste is not making good contact, I can always go back in there and, like I said, we can always put in more CPU paste. But I've had some pretty good luck with these in the past, so we'll just see. We'll see how it goes. There we go. There's our fan. We've got our 2 sticks of RAM. I guess I could put in a video card, but that means turning off my other rig, so I'm going to test it without that first. This does have a kind of a built-in graphics, just with the Intel, I think. Yeah, we've got just like a DVI port, so I'm going to test it out with that first, and then we'll kind of move on from that. If that all works. There we go. Okay. So what's left? I've got a SSD drive. I've got my RAM in here, my CPU's in. I already wired a lot of the power. You guys got to see what this looks like on the back end. It's really kind of nifty. This case, it's just made for good cable management. So like my CPU power, I was able to route straight through here. And it actually has these cool little Velcro ties. So you can like try to make everything as OCD, as clean as possible. The one thing that keeps bothering me is this little guy. I want it to stay in here. It keeps kind of pushing out a little bit, but I don't think that matters because when I close up the case, it's just going to kind of force it right up on there anyway, so who cares. We got our fans. We got 2 fans going back and forth here. Kind of going to tidy this guy. The SSD you can mount in the back here. It's a little bit different, but I think I like it. I think I am going to put the SSD back here just because I can, and then people can look at my computer and say, where's your hard drives? I guess. Let me see if I can actually put it back here. And I suppose I could put the SATA ports where they're kind of pointing down. And then, well, there's not really an advantage to that. I'll put them so they're like up, and then I'll probably push it through here or something. Let me see if I can do this. The only thing I don't like, tell you what, I'll put it in the back here. Yeah. There we go. And then this guy I can actually put in the front. Around we go. This guy I can put like right up here. I might move it before everything's done. I'm not sure if I like just having a hard drive bay sitting here. It's not really doing anything. Yep. These guys are just a little bit finicky. There we go. Okay, that feels secure. That's for the front panel. That's my power. Okay. Okay, next step. Let's go for. Let me just hook this screen up to this. I want to see what we get. I just want to see what we get. So I'm going to take this off my Ubuntu server. If anybody's curious what Minecraft is running off of, here it is. So say hi. Say hi to the little guy. And then say goodbye, because I'm just going to unplug him. Okay. Here he goes. Plop. What did you do to me? Okay, let's see here. Alrighty. Move you over. Okay. And I'm like racking my brain. I feel like I'm forgetting something. And I'm pretty sure that I am. But I think we'll just try it. Let's see what happens. Okay. Double, triple checking. Okay, yeah, let's just try it. We gotta go. If I don't try it now, I'm just never gonna try it. Okay. On goes the switch. Looking at the board. I don't see any LEDs going off. Let's give it a whirl. I don't like that. Here, let's power it off. There, buddy. Yeah. Okay, so if you could hear that, these cables, I pulled them a little bit too tight, and so they're rubbing up against the fan for the CPU, which is not a good thing. I mean, no harm done right here, right now, but like that would be super annoying, and it's loud, so I'm just gonna pull it out. Just pull it out a little bit. It's pretty tight. Can I, come on, buddy. Can we give you a little more wire, please? This black wire right here. This guy is super tight. Okay. How's that? There we go. That's a whole lot less noise. This motherboard has an easy debug LED. I have no idea what the lights mean, but I saw one of them. I guess they have labels: boot, VGA, DRAM, CPU. So, okay, cool. All right, what do we get? Intel Core i5, 2.8 gigahertz. DRAM frequency for DDR4, 2133 megahertz, dual channel. DRAM size is 8 gigabytes, so that's good. It sees both slots. I didn't expect any issues there. USB device total, all settings were reset to default values. Press F1 to run setup, press F2 to continue. I actually need to use the keyboard. If you guys are curious, all of this is pretty much just to get this guy working. It's sad and depressing, but yeah, I just want this working because I have lots of cool things I want to do. Here we go. Alrighty. Let's see here. So I'm going to go to setup. We'll see what it looks like. Some of these have a really cool setup screen, and like some motherboards just don't. So we'll see what it looks like. Oh, it doesn't help that I don't have my keyboard plugged into the right computer, keyboard or mouse. I was just starting to question my sanity. Let's see here. Sorry, buddy. I need these. Okay. More cables. This is kind of exciting, I'll be honest. That's the first screen I've ever seen with this new PC. Yeah, we'll go USB 2. I don't need USB 3. I don't need USB 3 for my keyboard and mouse. Okay. Now can I do it? Do I need to reboot? No? Okay, it just sees it. Cool. Oh yeah. Look at all this. They're trying to be all fancy. Okay, so this is good. 33 degrees Celsius. Let's see. What's XMP? I don't even know what that is. F12, AHCI. I can't remember ATA versus AHCI. Would I prefer? Obtain, BIOS log review, CPU. Okay, cool. No warnings. How's our memory? Yeah. Okay. Good deal. Storage. It's not going to see anything. That's fine. We don't have anything plugged in. That would be weird if we did see anything. Fan info. Cool. Speeds right up. And we got help. I'm fine with that. Okay, so I think the next step then, I'm going to power this off, get the solid state plugged in, get it wired in here, and then I need to run power to it as well. I don't want to mess with the GPU yet. I think I'm going to install Windows first, then put the GPU in and power off my old machine, and we'll go at it from there. So, off you go. Yeah, it's going to take a little bit. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to unplug everything here. That's really good. I'm glad we got our post, and this is, relatively speaking, this is going pretty smoothly. Okay, out goes the power. One little thing I like to do, not everybody has to do this, but after I pull power, I like to press and hold the power button just for a little bit, just to make sure that all of the electricity is getting out of this box. So, okay, so there's that. So first things first, I need a SATA data connector. Is this a sticker? What is this? Okay, SATA data connector. I'm almost wishing they had a sticker. Like, I'm putting some of the stickers on the front of this thing. I know that I don't need them, but they look kind of cool. Okay, let's put you back. Yeah, I know I had, I ordered a bunch of SATA cables just in case I would need them. But my motherboard came with a couple SATA cables, and I figure I might as well use those, because I'll probably just forget them otherwise. Here they are, right? Yes. Here we go. I kind of like these too, a little bit more than some of the others, because, okay, this one doesn't have it, this one does. That's a bad example of the two cables I could have shown you. I picked the wrong one. There we go. I kind of like these because, number one, we've got the little L bracket, which is sometimes nice. Depends on exactly which slot you're using. But then it's also got the little metal chips. I like those. It just keeps things secure. A little more peace of mind for me. Not a big deal. Okay. So for this one, actually let me just try it with the straight. If I need to use the L bracket one, I can. This is what's crazy. Like, all of the wiring just instantly hides behind this white bar here. It just, it's just gone. And like all of the stuff that has to go on the bottom, I just wired it underneath the motherboard. So there's a couple spots where I don't like quite how tight the cables are cramped. This is a really tight spot, and I tested it for like 10 minutes to try and make sure that it wasn't really just completely going to destroy the wires being twisted this tight. But it seems like a safe connection. It's not super tense in any dimension, so I'm feeling pretty confident about it. Okay, so we've got SATA 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This is SATA 1, so actually I am going to use the L bracket. Most of these are pointed sideways already, but this one's not. So I'm just going to do it like this. There we go. There it is. I'm trying to hide what I'm doing from everybody right now. Just kidding. Just didn't want to turn the computer around. Going around the back. Here we go. You know what? Here, I am going to turn it around. Here's what I want to do. Since I've already got it kind of coming out of the bottom, you know, I'd have to like go back up to put it up here. But the power for this thing is like right here anyways. So I'm thinking I'm just going to turn it right the way over. I'm going to try that. Once again with these finicky little tabs. You have to like push it in. You have to push the side and then push the things in. It's just kind of weird. Takes a little bit more time than I'd like. Did I do this right? I wonder if that's like, maybe they're trying to prevent me from mounting it the other way. I don't know. Come on. What if I try it? Yeah, that fits. Just doesn't fit like that. Come on, buddy. Can I do it? Is it gonna go? Yeah, that really should fit. Oh, you know what it is? It's this guy right here. It's bumping up against the plastic. So, oh yeah. Nope, I can't do it that way. It doesn't have enough room. Okay, I mean, you know what? I could even unscrew it and just, yeah, I could just unscrew this and just mount it the other way. I think I'm going to do that. These are the little things that when you're building a PC, you're like, yeah, this shouldn't take long, right? And then you end up wanting to flip this thing upside down, and you just have to take some time. Oh yeah, that's out. There we go. Okay, so all that for this. That's all I'm gonna do. I'll just screw it right back into place. Yeah, we'll go this way. Okay, there's 3. Last one. Alrighty. Alright, that wasn't so bad. Alright. Here we go again. Take 2. And now I should be able to... You go in here, you go in here. Bang. No problem. Okay, so how do I want to... I want this guy to go over the bigger guy. Everything with these is just, it's all about cable management. That's kind of what I'm learning here. Now I'm tempted to just try and pass it through just like that. I'm not sure how much flex or how much room I have left. So I'm actually gonna, let's see, could I actually go through here? Would it make sense to go through here? Let's just try it. Let's just try it, see how it flows. I'm not sure if I like it. Basically, we're going straight up just so we can go straight down again. But look at that, we've got a little, nice little hole right here. Looks like it's SATA cable sized. And we could just go straight here. You know, I still don't quite like that. It's too complicated. We're going up too far and then going back down too far. I just feel like it's unnecessary. So I'm just gonna go straight down here. Come on, buddy. There we go. Okay, doing all right. Yeah, I think that's okay. And I would imagine SATA cables are probably one of those that I'm going to be messing with more often than most of my other cables. So I'm going to keep these guys a little bit higher. I don't want to have to like get underneath all of these other cables to get to my SATA cables. So I'm going to keep it kind of higher level. Okay. It needs to click. Yep, that's the right way. It's the right direction. Click. There it is. Okay. That always makes me nervous. I hate applying pressure in any situation, especially social ones. Okay. Okay, so that's just the data. I didn't mess with SATA power cables with this at all. I know it's got a bunch of cables for this. Now there's one of these that only has like just a couple SATA connectors, and I want to use that for the back end here because I don't have a whole lot that I'm powering, really. I think this is, maybe I'm wrong. It looks like they all have the same number now that I'm looking at it. I bought a fully modular power supply, so I can literally just pick and choose which one of these I want to put in my computer. So if I have cables that I'm not using, it minimizes the clutter. So I'm going to try that. Yeah, let's go with this guy. There's still more connectors on here than I need, but I'm not worried about that. It's not a big deal. Yeah, look at that. So there's 3 SATA power connectors. I don't even know when I'm going to get another SATA drive back here, but we'll just use it. We'll use it. No big deal. Okay, so this is, I got to move this guy. Okay, here we go. Alrighty, there we got a little light. I don't know, can you guys see? Probably not. Okay, so this thing has 3 SATA spots, which is insane. power supply itself, you can plug in 3 cables dedicated to SATA power. Like it. If you are interested in seeing the parts that I purchased for this, let me know. It's still more than I would recommend to anybody who just wants a gaming PC, but if you need a cheap VR setup, cheap, relatively cheap, I mean, it's still more than I don't know, this was a splurge buy somewhat, but if you just need one at minimal cost, you know, this was a pretty decent build, in my opinion. There it goes. Okay. Okay. So now we've got that, and I'm just going to use the first one on here. This is all we need right here. Am I going the wrong way? Yeah, I am. Push that in there. There it goes. Okay, that feels pretty secure. Okay. And then this will just kind of sit in the side here with 2 extra SATA slots. So that, admittedly, probably not the prettiest part of the build, but whatever, it works. Here, I'll show you guys. Help a little bit. Yeah, this. It's just kind of going to be sitting here, but it's not a big deal. I'm not super huge on the cosmetic side. I didn't buy any light up parts because I think that's, just for me, I kind of think that's dumb. I don't want to spend money on LEDs because I'm just not a function over form type of person. At least not in this area of my life. Okay, so we've got our SATA drive. My 2 hard drives I would need to pull from my other PC, so I'm just going to hold off on that. I think this is probably the stage where I could install Windows. So I might actually, let me actually put the case on and just make sure this is a good spot to kind of check and make sure that everything fits like I think it should. So let's try it. Yeah, this feels pretty good. I'm not really having to squeeze. Like there's not much pressure. This all just kind of fits comfortably within the case, which is awesome. I'm not pinching. I don't think I'm pinching any cords or anything like that. Okay. And I will add this. Anybody who's still watching, you get to see the kind of the pretty part of this build. Yes, this is just what's popular right now is tempered glass. So it looks like a fish tank. Kind of. There it is. Man, it looks, for all the stuff that's still in there, it looks like an empty case almost. If you look at like the front here, let me see if I can show you. It's like, yeah, there's nothing there. I could put a couple extra fans in there if I was really concerned about heating, but I'm not overclocking. I'm not doing anything like that. I don't think I'm even going to need that. But what I love about this build is how upgradable it's going to be in the future. I can do just a ton of stuff with this as needed. So, okay, I saw a couple comments. Let me check them real quick. It's not a completely one-way conversation. Let's see here. Dave Namath, what didn't work with your old computer? Can I mention you? ATX instruction set. Okay, David Namath, I am still watching. Awesome. No pressure, one way or the other. Okay, let's see here. So let's get this guy plugged back in. We'll go keyboard and mouse, and then I need to see if I can find my Windows installation USB drive, and we're going to try and put Windows 10 on this guy. There we go. Who actually fully screws in the display port or the VGA port cables like every time you plug it in? Because I haven't done it every single time, and but I've noticed like recently I'm just doing it automatically now. I just find myself screwing it in all the way. Takes a lot of time, but it makes my OCD happy. Okay, power is important. There we go. On. And here we go. Oh, I'm missing my USB drive. What am I thinking? I'll be right back. It's in here. There we go. Insert, reboot, and select proper boot device. Okay. I can't remember. I think it's either the blue one or the red one. Or, oh, you know what? No, I think I do remember. I think it's the green one. This poor guy. I destroy all of my USB drives eventually. Okay. And I'm going to use the USB 3 port because I think it's a USB 3 drive. But I can't tell because I ripped the case off. There we go. Power down. Power on. Yeah, I think both of these are various versions of Linux. So I take back the red pill, blue pill debacle. Neither one's needed. Press any key to boot from USB. There we go. Windows is loading files. Someday, if any of my old co-workers from Fowler are watching this, this is still my USB drive case that they bought me like 4 years ago. I'm still using it, and I love it. Okay. I'm going to hold on to this guy and this guy, because I know for sure I'm going to need 2 SATA cables later on. Actually, I might steal them from the old computer as well. Gosh, that poor computer. This was kind of cool. This came with the case, just various zip ties and screws and stuff. I just appreciate it. Sometimes it's the small things. Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll put it there. I'm gonna let this load up for just a little bit. I guess that's the really exciting part of the build. Is everything physical? I don't know. I guess I could keep it running until people get bored. I don't know. If you've never seen a Windows install before, check this out. Here's my big box of extra parts. I'm just kind of keeping everything in here. So my power cables, my SATA cables. It's kind of nice. Oh, you know what? What's a Windows 7? I kind of wondered. I thought the logo looked like Windows 7. But now my theories are confirmed. That's Windows 7. Okay. I need to find the right drive then. Let's power you down. Sorry, buddy. Okay, who was it then? Was it this little guy right here? Oh, maybe it was this one. Maybe. Let's try it. It's going to make me kind of sad because this is only a USB 2 drive, which is going to make things that much longer to install. We'll see. I don't know if this is it or not. Just got to try it. Yeah, hey, this is it. Windows 10 setup, 64-bit. Yeah, I should have done this on a USB 3. This is like one of my only USB 2 drives left. But, oh well. There it goes. Now that's interesting. I've never seen the Windows 10 little spinning circles with anything other than like HP or Dell. It's kind of cool to see a custom Pro series from MSI. It's kind of cool. Okay, language, English, keyword input, US. That all looks good. I guess that's all we need. Install now. Okay. Well, hey, if you guys are still here, this part's probably going to be kind of boring. Activate Windows. For now, I'm going to say I don't have a product key. I have one, I don't want to mess with it yet. This is going to be Windows 10 Pro. Yeah. Let's go for it. Actually, let me back up. I need to make sure that I might have gotten Windows 10 Home. Hang on a sec here. Let's see. You know what? Yeah, it's gotta be home. It's gotta be home. Windows 10 Home. There we go. Yeah, let's give it a shot. Custom install Windows. Yep. I don't know if any of you are ever wondering what the difference is between Windows 10 Pro versus Windows 10 Home. Unless you're in a corporate environment, I'd say Pro is a little bit overrated. If you know exactly why you need what you need, I mean, that's fine, but like, I'm trying to remember if it's like virtualization support or can't remember if there's like, I don't know, I think BitLocker is included in all versions of Windows now, so I don't think that even matters anymore. But there's some really specific stuff. I've gone with I've gone with home in this case. Just didn't really need any of the pro stuff. So, okay. Well, this is probably going to take some time, so I think I'm just going to close up the stream for now. Anybody who's still watching, thanks. I hope this was fun. And yeah, I think I'll just kind of end it right there. Let me see if I can do this right. Do I just hit the X? Yeah. Am I sure I want to stop?